Greetings, legends! Into the Spider-Verse has pretty much everybody excited for the emergence of Miles Morales as Spider-Man on the big screen, even if it's not in the MCU. Now, we all know Spider-Man's traditional powers. I don't feel like I need to make a video for that. I mean, my son is 2 years old, and I'm pretty sure he knows all of Spider-Man's powers, and he can't even talk. When Miles Morales was bit by a radioactive spider, he gained all of the same powers that Peter Parker had in the Ultimate Universe. Some of them are slightly different, but he also gained a couple powers that Peter Parker doesn't have. You see, the creator of Miles Morales, Brian Michael Bendis, needed to put his stamp on Miles. He needed to give Miles something that makes him just a little bit better than the Ultimate Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, that came before Miles. Bendis has done this with a lot of other characters that he's worked on. He always finds this way to build in one god-tier power into his character, one way of permanently cementing his legacy on a character. And for Miles, this ability is known as the Venom Strike. I know. When you think of Spider-Man and you think of Venom, you think of this. But what we're actually talking about today is one of the two abilities that Miles has that Peter Parker never did. The Venom Strike is not actually poisonous venom or anything having to do with the Venom symbiote as the name might imply. Instead, the Venom Strike is a force of directed energy that's channeled through Miles' gloves. Miles is able to control the amount of his natural bioelectrical energy that his body produces and channel that electricity into a series of attacks that can immediately incapacitate his opponent. This strike is able to paralyze an opponent for a period of time that depends entirely on how much energy is directed into the attack. Bendis described the feeling of being hit by a Venom Strike as similar to that of being kicked in the balls, fellas. You know what I mean? It's not good. This ability is not without its own consequences, and while the base version of this attack is able to be used semi-frequently, the majority of Spider-Man's rogues have figured out ways to get around it. Dr. Octopus has developed tentacles that don't allow Miles' energy to conduct through them. Venom has been hit with the blast many times, and the symbiote itself has actually built up a tolerance to the blast. And villains such as the Armadillo are pretty much impervious to it. So it's definitely not a get-out-of-jail-free card. Now, that being said, depending upon the circumstances that Miles is in, he can unleash a more potent version of this attack called the Mega Venom Blast. And here's a shot of him using it against the symbiote dragon from the current Venom run. After using this massively enhanced version of the attack, it zaps a tremendous amount of Miles' strength. It also messes with his body's natural electrical field and can leave him feeling queasy or dizzy, or even in extreme cases he might lose consciousness. Like I said before, this ability is extremely powerful and it has helped land Miles in a category all his own. This ability has taken down a number of super powerful enemies including Blackheart, Venom, Null the Symbiote God, and it's even been used on the Avenger Giant Man. And that is about it for this power and what it's capable of doing. But if you do have questions about what the Venom Blast is capable of doing, feel free to leave those questions down in the comment section. Our subs know that we are very active in our comment section. And also, we want to know what you think. Is this power cool? Is it overpowered? Is it a dumb power? What do you think? Just hit us up down in the chat and let us know. This has been Nick with Key Issues, and you know the motto, comics over everything.